So today about Blyott, it's going more like to be a use case. Is where did we came from with Blyott, and why are we using AI with very real examples? Yeah, maybe Blyott. I'm not from Ghent, but it started here 4 years ago in Maria Medelares ziekenhuis. It's one of the hospitals here, a little bit further. And they approached me asking, we have a problem. We have a lot of medical assets. You have to think about beds, bladder scanners, pumps, all these kind of things. And our nurses are always looking for these items. Can you help us find a solution? So what I did, and it was a paid consultancy job, so I screened the whole market. I looked at different technologies, spoke with several suppliers, and at the end I went back to them and I said, you know what, I'm very interested in building a startup around this concept. If you tell me exactly what you would like to have. So we started with Blyott in 2020, and it was a kind of a co-creation. Yeah, they took a risk. They paid us upfront for a service we were supposed to deliver, and fortunately we delivered. And together with some government support, that's how we started. Yeah. If you look at a hospital, and typically, and Bart, you're in a university hospital, there it's a little bit different. But if you look at a typical hospital, 500 beds, on average, they have 10 assets per bed. So we are talking about 5,000 assets that are continuously moving with an average value of 5,000 euros. Yeah. Now you will tell me or ask me, how do you know that? Very simple, the hospitals give us this data. Yeah. So typically a hospital, 500 beds, 5,000 assets, total value around 25 million euros. Where are the challenges? Nurses looking for assets. There are studies there, and I show you a demo afterwards. On average, they say 15 to 30 minutes a day. I think that's a bit exaggerated, but if you have, for instance, a hospital, 500 beds, and you have 1,000 nurses, multiplied by 15 minutes, it's a lot of wasted hours that could be used for spending at the patient bed. Yeah. The second thing is utilization of assets. Nurses, because they are afraid that they are not going to find a pump in time, what do? Like what we would do, we would hide it. So they have always a shortage of equipment, but in fact there is no shortage. It's just that they don't find it, or they think that they will not find it. So 10 to 20% of the equipment that they buy is in fact unnecessary. 25 million, 10 to 20%, that's a lot of money that's being wasted. Yeah. Loss and theft. When we talk to hospitals, the first reaction we always have is, no, we don't lose anything. But then we can show that on average 1 to 2% per year is being lost. Not stolen. Very often a patient is being transported to another hospital and the equipment around him does not come back. Yeah. And then finally, workflow optimization. We heard a little bit before, UZA, how can we help the doctor in the evening to make it faster to enter the patient details? There are some studies there, and we see it also, 70 to 80% that the nurse is spending is not being spent on the patient, but is spent on administrative work. Yeah, this is just one example with a big question mark. How can we increase the efficiency of a hospital in general? This is the only technical slide I will show you. But before I go into detail, when we started with Blyott, I gathered my team and I say I have 4 conditions to build this solution. The first thing is it has to be based upon Bluetooth technology. We all know Bluetooth technology for our earsets, etc. But you can also have Bluetooth for trackers, yeah? Very small trackers with a very long battery lifetime. I say that's the first condition. The second condition, when we started at Maria Medelares, they were just replacing all their Wi-Fi access point with built-in Bluetooth technology. So we saw that there was a whole wave coming of new Wi-Fi access points with built-in Bluetooth technology, which means, okay, if we can use that existing infrastructure, we don't have to install anything. We can just piggyback on what's already there. The third thing is, and that's one of the reasons I'm here today, is I wanted everything in the cloud. So I went to Sentia at the time, afterwards Team Blue, and I said, this is the concept, I want everything in the cloud. What should I do, Azure or AWS? The answer was AWS, and together with Sentia, we built, in fact, the first demo environment. Yeah, so everything runs completely in the cloud. And the fourth thing is then that I said to the team, everything that's accessible via the web should also be accessible for our clients via REST APIs, webhooks, MQTT, because one of the things we figured out is that nurses, once they are used to an application, they don't want to learn another application. Yeah. And that's how we built the Blyott solution. 4 components, Bluetooth stickers that we can put on everything, and I have some examples here with me. This is, for instance, a small tag that's being placed on a bed that can last for 5 years, broadcasting a signal every 5 seconds. Another thing is a sticker. It looks like a sticker, 0.5 millimeter thick. It's being put on tablets, laptops, name it, also broadcasting a signal. Unfortunately, I don't have the smallest tag in the world with me. I probably have it, but it's so small I couldn't find it. But Bart, you can confirm it exists. Yeah. So we have a wide range of Bluetooth sensors broadcasting a signal, and this is being picked up by Wi-Fi access points with built-in Bluetooth, and then everything is streamed to the cloud. Very early on, we ran into one of the first problems, that was that a signal is being broadcasted everywhere, so the signal is jumping all the time. And then we said, okay, we need to have a solution for that. So we hired our first data scientist to help us fine-tune all the data and to see, okay, how can we have a term for it, but I forgot it, but how can we smooth the data so that we avoid this jumping around, yeah? So, and that's our remote insights platform, and then finally we have our REST APIs that customers use to integrate with existing applications, but of course we have also our own web and mobile clients. I'm not going through the whole thing. We also have built upon that, we have other applications, just some examples, ambulances. When a hospital buys an ambulance, the cost of the vehicle is 100,000 euro. Once it's full with equipment, it's 250K. Yeah. What happens? They go to an intervention, they forgot something, or they come back from an intervention, they lost something, or they forgot something in the middle of the street. So also there we developed solutions that the moment they leave the hospital, automatically we check if everything is with them. Yeah. Cold chain monitoring, the name say itself, in pharmacies and hospitals, fridges, is the temperature being all the time in the right range. Yeah. I'm not going to that. That's a story about Maria Medelares. This is maybe funny to show. This is AZ Groeningen, a hospital in Kortrijk. And what you see on the left, and this is, the funny thing is, these are videos that our clients are sending to us, yeah? On the left, you see a nurse looking for something using Blyott, and on the right, you see the same nurse looking for something without Blyott. And what they figured out, there it's fast forward, of course, as you can see. What they figured out that the difference on average is 8 times, yeah? With our system, they find something in 1 minute. If they don't use our system, it's 8 times longer on average that it takes. Yeah, and this is, of course, how you start to save money and how you can prove the ROI to hospitals. Believe me, they will find it. I will go to the next slide. Another example, and the biomedical department where they repair assets. Assets are coming in, and then of course, once it's finished, people should be notified that the pump or whatever is ready, that it has been repaired, that they have to pick it up. So what you see on the left is things that are not being picked up. So after a while, nurses are notified, hey, you forgot something, please pick it up. Patient flow and waiting times. Also an example, the surgery ends, the patient goes to the recovery room, but then they forget to notify the family. The patient is still there, the bed is not available, high costs, etc. So also there we help hospitals becoming more efficient. Yeah. But of course, this brings us to the question, the main question today. Yeah, what has this to do with AI? Yeah, and what we discovered the last couple of years is that we are sitting on a lot of data. We have clients that have now 10,000 of these tags on all kind of devices, beeping all the time, telling where they are, telling if they are moving or not moving, telling in which room they are. For instance, we are in a storage room, I'm available, I'm in a patient room, I'm not available, etc. We call that big location data. But the question, of course, is what can you do with the data? Yeah, and that's what we are currently building. It's an AI layer on top of this big location data. I'm going to show you a movie in a moment. The funny thing is, if you look on AWS, the website, and you type in Blyott, you will find a use case, and that's how it started. So AWS approached us and said, hey guys, you have something very nice. Can we not build together something that's could be very useful for hospitals? We are building it using Bedrock, and the first version will also use QuickSight, which is a kind of a Power BI version of Amazon, but then integrated also with Bedrock on the bottom. What I propose is that I'll show you a very brief video, but therefore I need the audio. Because this will explain better. A movie is 1,000 words, or how do you say it? I have to apologize, the movie was recorded at 9 AM and I think I had seen my bed like for 3 hours, so you can see it a bit. So the movie is 4 minutes, I think that's okay. So the first thing is a little bit repeating of what I just said, and then we really go inside the demos. The first demo you will see is something we are going to launch the coming months. The plan is to have everything ready within a year from now. Yeah? So it's really a vision, not everything is there yet, but it's something we're currently working on, again using Bedrock and with the help of Amazon.
Hello, I am Gerry, Pollet, founder and CEO of Blyott. Today I will give you a sneak preview of something we will launch gradually in the course of this year. It is a vision we want to share with you to show where Blyott is heading in the nearby future. Let's dive right into it. Briefly explain Blyott.
In hospitals, Blyott places tiny trackers on various items, helping staff quickly locate needed equipment like wheelchairs, beds and pumps. This not only saves time, but also enhances the utilization of hospital resources, reduces loss and theft of equipment.
What is Blyott AI?
With the massive amount of tracking data, known as big location data, Blyott now uses advanced algorithms in combination with AI to go next level. It revolutionizes the Blyott platform by allowing users to, e.g., conduct complex data analysis and set up workflows simply by using natural language.
How could this work in a hospital? Please give some examples.
Where can I find the closest bladder scan? The closest available bladder scan in your department is in storage room A34, 1 minute away. I found the bladder scan, but it seems there is a problem. The top right LED light is blinking red. See picture. After checking the manual, it seems this is due to a calibration error. Please confirm if you want me to inform the technical department about this issue. The next closest available bladder scan is in the urology department, storage room D48, 4 minutes away.
We need to replace our feeding pumps. How many do we have now and how many new ones should we order?
There are currently 75 feeding pumps running at 60% capacity, so 64 new units will be sufficient.
Are you sure this is enough to maintain the quality of our services?
Absolutely. Predictive analytics confirms it's the efficient number for current and future use. I can show or email you the detailed analysis.
Okay, please send it via mail and include an ROI to present to our board.
Earlier today, we ran out of wheelchairs again in the urology department. What could we do to avoid these shortages? Order extra wheelchairs? Analysis shows most wheelchairs are unused in the cardiology wing by late morning. Scheduling a daily transfer to urology at this time could ensure availability throughout the day for both departments. No extra wheelchairs are needed. I created a workflow that will inform the maintenance team to arrange the transfer of excess wheelchairs from cardiology to urology each day by late morning if a surplus is detected.
So not everything, of course, will be available from day one. The first thing we will launch is these manuals. Important to say is that all the examples you see here, these are always, these really come from questions from hospitals to us. Hey, we need to buy new pumps. Can you tell us how many pumps we have to buy? We have a problem with the wheelchairs. On some parkings we have too many wheelchairs. On other ones we are run out of wheelchairs, etc. So that's the story about Blyott. And I see that my trackpad is not working because probably my fingers are a bit sweaty. Okay, my laptop hanged, but it was the last. I had one final slide, but I cannot show it. My Mac crashed first time. Thank you.